Hello everyone, Amanda Solveig-Plavell from Dr. Foodie. So we are going to talk today about the food functions versus the food pyramid. Now I know this is a little different because we all grew up in school able to take the food and put it in the proper category on the food pyramid. But it didn't seem to make sense to me over time, and the more education that I was getting, that it didn't really matter to me so much that this food fit into this category, and that's kind of the similar characteristics. What mattered to me was that the foods have a function. And because I am into functional wellness and wanting to function the body, and I know that every organ and system in the body has a function, I wanted to know what foods would go to function those purposes in the body. So if you've ever worked with me or if you've been on drfoodie.live, you hear me talking all the time about food functions, because function and purpose is very important to me. And we want to serve the body and the functions of the body. So my good friend and mentor, Dr. Jason Lepke, introduced me to the work of a man named Dr. Thurman Fleet. And he was the first person, especially in any kind of medical community, that talked about nutrition on a level that made sense for me. He divided foods into categories of food functioning according to their functions. And he determined that there were 4 functions. And basically, if you take any food, they will fit into one of these 4 functions. Those functions are builders, eliminators, congestors, and lubricators. And truly, if you take any food, they fit into at least one purpose, one functional category. So the protein category, the builder category, are all proteins. Those are things like meats and lentils and beans and seeds and nuts and nut butters and seed butters and eggs, things that have protein, builder capacity for them. Eliminators are going to be all of your fruits, your vegetables, your herbs, your herbal medicines, anything that you grow in your garden, all of the plant products that help to eliminate. Those are going to be the eliminator category. The congestors are they have congestive functioning. Now that's not necessarily just a bad thing. The congestors can cause inflammation. They can cause a lot of congestion functioning problems. But we also need a certain level of that congestive factor so that our blood and our lymph fluids are proper levels also. So they serve a function, but we just have to eat everything in balance. Now those congestive functions are all breads, all grains, all sugars, all cereals, noodles, pastas, candies, and obviously there are going to be some better congestive foods than others. Potatoes fall into this category because of their high starch content. Bananas fall into this category instead of eliminator because they don't help to eliminate. If you've ever heard anybody, if you have diarrhea, you're going to eat a banana because it's a congestive food. It has 6 tablespoons of sugar in it on average, a ripe banana. So that falls in the congestive category. Corn is in this category. Molasses, honey, and obviously those are better versions of the congestors. So instead of eating candy and you're choosing to eat of the food functions, you might do honey instead. The last function is lubricators. Now these are going to be the things that come with your natural good fatty foods like avocados and nuts and seeds, olive oil, sunflower oil, things like that. Butter falls into that category. Now, it's easy to eat when you know the functions of the foods, if you think about it very logically. If you are building the body and you need to have healthy, good, strong cells, you broke a bone, you injured the skin, you got a burn, you're going to need builders. You need protein for everything that your body's trying to build. So you're going to eat builders. If you are not eliminating well, you have constipation, you've got skin problems, you've got some lymphatic congestion going on, you're going to need to adjust and eat more of the eliminator category. If you are having constipation, for example, and you're congested, you're going to need to go back and eat more of the eliminator foods. If you're eliminating too much, let's say you're having diarrhea, you're going to have to look at the congestive balancing factor of the food functions. If you're having joints that are creaky and skin that is real crepey and it's itchy and it doesn't bend well, and you're having dry hair and skin issues and wrinkles, you're going to look more to a lubricator category. Now to keep all of that in balance, because balance is key to everything, the eliminators do such a service to the body that we need to help the functioning of the bowels and the liver and the skin and the lymph and the lungs so that we can eliminate effectively everything that comes into our bodies. And so Dr. Thurman Fleet had discovered that, and my research and data goes in correlation to this, that you need 2 servings to every 1 builder or congester. okay? Because builders congesters are acidic causing foods. They're typically acid forming foods. Eliminators are the only pH negative category, and that's a good thing. Those are the slightly alkaline foods. They help to balance out the acidity that comes into our body. Meats and grains and sugars are very acidic causing, and a lot of our illnesses can come from that acidic factor. So if we have double the elimination functions in comparison to the builder and the congester, we will be more in balance with things. We also talk about the steps of eating these foods in food function category. It's easy to eat an eliminator before we eat anything. Remember when they used to give us courses? It wasn't to be fancy so much as it was because they knew that eating some salad before they ate any proteins gave us fresh, natural enzymes so that we would be more prepared to handle all the proteins and the harder to digest things that were coming in after. So go ahead and take a look at your food. If you want to go online and order, I have a flip chart that explains it a little bit more, and it has all of the flip chart according to eliminators, builders, congesters, and I will go over this and show you more of that. But in the meantime, get to know what foods and what food functions you have been overdoing, or see how imbalanced you are with those. We'll see you next time.